So you got off work, you got off school.
I'm tired. I woke up at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
It's like 9 p.m. already. So I've been up like, what, 12, 15 hours, 16 hours, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm really tired. So I don't want to keep standing. I was like, you know what? I'm going to just sit. I want to sit down. So I want to play this game and sit down. And so that was my first game, but that was my first game in Japan. Playing Street Fighter.
Oh, sure, Street Fighter.
But I wasn't. Like, I played it. I was like, man, it's fun, but not
as entertaining as
right. Like, not as fun as how I think it would be.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So every day I would play a couple games.
Nice.
I'm very competitive. I hate losing.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what I play. I just hate losing, and that's how one of the reason why I want to get better.
Yeah.
So, what was it? So there were so many arcades, and different arcades have like different level.
Mm-hmm.
So I realized the first arcade I played at, people are crazy there. So they have this BP system.
Oh yes.
So I can tell the points, even though I don't know how much that point is, but those points.
Air actually gave me this. And this is the vanilla Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, this is one of those BP cards.
It's not on focus right now, but it's basically a BP card. And it has like a little serial here.
Yes.
You said you have to like enter that code, and then it's hooked up to online.
Yeah, you have to have your own Japanese cell phone in order to log in.
Yeah.
Not log in, to register your card.
Yeah. But sorry to cut you off, but yeah, but this is what basically held your BP and your username and you gave me this because I think this is for vanilla Street Fighter 4.
Yes, but they only have like 500 games in there, so after 500 games you have to renew it.
Oh really?
Yeah, so it's pretty waste of money.
Is it still like this?
It's still like that. That's one of the ways to make
So what
money.
if you're one of the highest ranked players?
You don't have to play it, but whenever you play, it counts at one game.
Oh.
Even if you're on a winning streak.
Oh wow. Yeah. So when you buy it, it has 500 games.
Yes.
Okay.
But anyways.
So yeah, so it had the BP system.
So I was like, okay, I can't tell who's good and who's not, but then these like 50,000 players, like they scared me already. They have hella points because the average players, they probably have like 10,000 or 20,000, right?
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can't win here. I can't win people with lower BP. I can tell, right? But when I play against higher BP players, I just get destroyed. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to different arcades where I see like 9,000 BP players.
Play people your level, you mean?
Yeah. Then I was like 9,000. I was like, okay, let's play, right?
Yeah.
Then I can beat those players. Then I start to play more and more because I'm winning. Then it's more enjoyable.
Yeah.
And I always use the main character in every game. So that's why I just pick Ryu.
Exactly. So for sure, he just always goes through.
No, I just pick Ryu. I didn't even think about the characters. But in fact, my first character I use in Street Fighter 4 is Ken.
Oh, see, I had a feeling.
Because my name is Kenny.
Yeah.
And I want to choose Ken. And after that, I was like,
how come you just wanted to be the main character, so you didn't stick to Ken at all?
No, I just didn't like Ken. I don't know why.
Really? Wow. I thought he'd be like, well, because I don't know, Ken's a little bit more aggressive, I guess.
He is, but like I'm like, yeah, I guess you're right. I'm more like a main character person. I was like, okay, I should switch back to the main character. Then I chose Ryu. But yeah, that's basically how I got into it.
So when you were playing these people like your level, right? You know, when was the point eventually where you became confident enough to go back to that arcade?
Oh, it took me quite a while, and I never understand how to register these cards.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of arcades. So after I beat all these people at this arcade, I hopped to the next one, and they're much stronger. They're around like 20,000 to like 30,000, and that's already in. I'm talking about like February or March. I've already played the game for several months.
Yeah, because you started.
I still never had a card because I don't see a point of getting one.
Yeah.
And players were getting.
So whenever you played, it was just no BP or anything.
I just put in money and get destroyed.
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes I hate the game a lot. That's when you can play against like a Guile or a Dalsum.
Yeah.
Because I'm a king of fighter
player, right? You're like, who are these
jump,
lame? Yeah.
Or I always try to be aggressive.
Yeah.
And with Ryu, that's not how you should play him. So I was like, this game sucks. Sometimes I lose to a Dalsum like 5 games in a row.
Yeah.
I'm just like, fuck it, I'm done for today. Because it's really expensive. It's like 100 yen. That's like $1.25.
Wow.
per game. That's really expensive.
Is that still the price right now?
Now I think it's 50 yen right now, so
Oh,
it's probably like 75 cents.
Yeah.
But still, it was really expensive for me, especially I'm a freaking
You're
sushi
st-
helper.
you're
I'm
sushi
not
helper.
making like big
You're
bucks.
You're a student. You're living in a house.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I have to
no.
pay rent, food, everything.
Yeah.
So I couldn't afford playing too many games. So usually I spend my time watching, but there were not a lot of Ryu players
To watch.
in my area. So I was like, okay, I lose the dolls, I'm gonna get pissed. I was like, this match is impossible.
Yeah.
So, but I always want to beat the other guy up, but then I just stopped myself. Like, okay, I have to control myself.
You gotta control my wallet. I'm
So
gonna
yeah,
get
just
money.
watch, or I'll just walk around different arcades and watch.
Yeah.
And remember, back then I had no idea who the fuck Daigo is. I don't know any of these players because I was never in the scene.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I think so. This arcade, it was called Jumbo or something. The arcade is
Jumbo?
it's called.
It's one of the
Arcade
smaller arcades. I'm getting.
Jumbo.
Okay.
That was the name of the arcade. I played there regularly. And one day,
Daigo walks in.
no.
Damn it.
Not even close. Not at this arcade. The other arcade, the other arcade that I went in the first time I went, the Crazy Players, is called Pasopia.
Pasopia.
Yeah, and I'm sure somebody have heard of Kuma. He was like the #1 bison in vanilla.
Okay.
So he plays there,
Okay.
and I watch. It's very entertaining watching his bison. He destroys everyone.
Wow.
He has like 30, 50 winning streak.
Wow.
So I was like, oh shit, I want to use his character now.
Wow.
Because, like, whenever I see a Bison player playing, they have a winning streak. I was like, okay, maybe this way I can start to win, right?
Ladies and gentlemen,
So
Air is tear whoring.
So I went back to the very first arcade I went to. I
Yeah.
forgot the name already, and I was using Bison. I was doing whatever Kuma did.
Oh yeah. You were X-copying his game.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was winning
And
easily.
This is a good way to actually, like, a lot of beginner players.
Mhm.
It's a really good way to learn.
You
It's
just copy
you
whoever is
X-copy, and then when you get to a higher level, then you kind of develop your own stuff.
Yes.
Right. That's
So-
what.
Yeah, so even combos and setups, I was
Yeah.
like, okay, this works.
Yeah.
And he has like good cross-ups. Like back then, there's no like cross-cut uppercut, right? So I
Yeah.
just do all this cross-up shit, and I'm winning.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
I just grab and jump all day, and then I was actually maining Bison.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
And then I went back to that Jumbo arcade. I played Ryu and Bison. But usually when I play Bison, I can get like 20 winning streak.
So
I
I'm
mean,
guessing you started destroying all those Dalsim and Guile players.
Yes,
that
it was
were...
much easier. I just do rushdown. I just do like focus dash and do all this crazy shit.
Yeah.
And then I was winning. And one day I went back to Jumbo. I was not playing Bison that day, but like all the regulars are the same people.
Yeah.
Then this guy, his gamer tag is Mazuo. He was this is what he said. He's like, oh, you're not using Bison today? Then I was like, no, I actually main Ryu, which was a lie. Because he was talking to me, so I just tried to start a conversation, right?
Oh yeah.
I was like, oh, really? He was like, your Bison is so strong, though. I was like, thank you. He was the 1,000 player that I wanted to beat up.
Oh. You
And-
hated this guy inside. Air was looking to make friends, but he hated this guy.
Yeah, I was like, god damn it. But he was talking to me. It was all nice and stuff. So I was trying to start a conversation. And I think obviously he quickly realized that I wasn't a Japanese native.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of like introduced myself. Like, yeah, I'm not Japanese, so can you speak slower so that I can understand, right? And it's all yeah and stuff. And I forgot what was our conversation, but I remember at the end of the conversation before he left, he was like, "Why don't you buy like a VP card?" Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, I don't see a point." But he was like, "Oh, you should buy it. I think you can get a lot of points, and I'm very interested to see how much points you can get." I was like, "Oh,
Oh my god. Did he buy it for you?
Yes, I was like, "Oh, I'm."
Oh my
and then I was
god.
like, "Oh, I don't have like extra money."
I'm sorry to
do
spoil
that."
it. I just thought of it.
Yeah, I was
So
like,
wait,
no,
so
I shouldn't.
after the conversation, he wanted to see how far you got. So he literally went to the cat
So
store.
I thought he just left, right?
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck, man? This guy didn't say bye. I was like, what the heck? He
Oh.
came back and just gave me the card. He's like, here, like register this. I want to see how much you
Wow,
can get.
that's so nice of him.
Yeah, but I
That's
didn't
so
register.
nice of him. That's
I didn't
awesome.
register.
You didn't
I went
reg-
home. I looked. I tried to register. I went to the site. I was like, fuck, I didn't read any of this shit,
Oh,
right?
wow.
So next day, I because I wanted to start more conversation, right? So next day I was like, oh, went back to try and ask him, but he wasn't there. So after 2 days, I was still without the card registered.
Yeah.
And finally, he came to the arcade, and I was like, oh shit. I asked him and stuff, he taught me, and I
You registered
my name, Air.
Nice.
And probably people don't know why my gamer tag is Air, but when I used to play online games, I always used this name.
Yeah, okay. It was just your nickname.
Yeah, so anyways, that maybe we can talk about in a different episode.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So you ended up registering it. Now, see the cards that I showed, the Akuma card. Now, does it show your character of choice on that card, or is it random?
Random. You're just buying off a machine. Whatever spits out.
Oh, really? Damn.
But my first one was actually...
Do they have all characters on it, though?
They had it.
I'd
First one I had was Blanca.
Damn.
Gave me, I was like, what the heck? What is this shit?
I want a Dudley one, man.
Yeah.
That's so
they didn't have... Oh, they had Dudley.
Well, now they do.
Now they do, for sure. But yeah, I was like, okay. So I registered.
Yeah.
I went to one of the arcades at noon.
Yeah.
I used Ryu first.
Yeah.
At 34 winning streak.
Wow.
My point went from 0 to like 9,000 right away.
Wow.
Over 9,000, man.
Over 9,000.
I was not joking. It was 9,000.
That's crazy.
And yeah, I start trying to... So every day I try to collect more and more points. And the max I got up to was like 25,000. That's like A.
Wow. Nice, nice.
But it's not thing like Xbox Live. Xbox Live 25,000 is a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
But in arcade 25,000 is nothing.
Yeah, it's very different. I know for a fact. I see people with like 100,000 BP, like some of the best players, and like it goes. Their scaling is much different.
Yes, yes. It's completely different. So don't think 25,000 was like crazy shit.